DC Comics has provided a look at DC KO event and a closer look at the matchups, and there's some good ones. So here's who I think is going to win each. Superman versus Captain Atom. This is a heavy hitter fight. Captain Atom is incredibly powerful, um, but Superman's Superman, and I think just not having Batman in the event, Superman's going to go at least past the first round. So that one seems pretty simple to me. Aquaman versus Hawkman. This is an interesting one because it's kind of like air versus water. Does Aquaman have control of water near him? Is he near an ocean? Is he near water? Because if he's not, I think this is going to Hawkman. One of the most underrated fighters in the entire DC Comics universe. Wonder Woman versus Lobo. This is a really interesting matchup, and it's almost like Grace versus Guts. I think Wonder Woman's going to win. Lobo's a very powerful character, can kill people, whatever, but this is Wonder Woman. She should have no problem with him. As much as it'd be fun to see Lobo continue, it's going to be Wonder Woman. Like on a physical strength level, Swamp Thing is the pick, but purely on tech, I think Cyborg wins here. But this is one that's a toss up. I think it's probably the closest fight of round one. Zatanna versus Harley. Uh, Harley might win just because she's a favorite, and maybe Zatanna's spells don't work. I don't know. But if Zatanna has her actual powers, this will be very quick. Zatanna on this one. Jay Garrick's Flash versus Guy Gardner's Green Lantern. This one, I don't know. I want to say Guy Gardner. That's what my gut's telling me. But honestly, Jay Garrick's Flash is pretty powerful, and I don't know. That one's hard. I'm gonna go Guy Gardner, but I could see Jay Garrick winning that one. Etrigan the Demon versus Lex Luthor. Luthor's got his power suit. Demon is the demon. I don't know. This is a weird one. It's kind of like a matchup I never expected. So I hope Etrigan wins, but I think Lex is going to win. Finally, the most messed up matchup: Joker versus Red Hood. I don't think DC would put this fight together if Red Hood doesn't win. Yes, I'm sure there's going to be a villain to advance, but you can't have him lose to the Joker again. I mean, I think that's just going to make the character spiral into a spot where you don't want to see him. There's some interesting matchups. Who do you got winning? I'm very excited to see who Bard is going to face off against, but these first looks are pretty exciting.